We are live at the Hideaway. Levack and Goz here with you. It's Monday Night Football, Bills-Patriots, and it's I believe what Winnie the Pooh would call a blustery day at the old Buffalo Bills Stadium there. The former Cap, the Ralph.
Was that Winnie the Pooh who used to say that?
Well, there's a whole Winnie the Pooh comic about the blustery wind.
Yes, it is Winnie.
Yeah.
Pooh.
And in honor of that, I'm not wearing any pants. But I'll only stand up if it gets warmer in here. So actually, it's perfect here at the Hideaway. We always love hanging out at the Hideaway. Monday Night Football, the Levack and Goz Monday Night Football pregame show. Bills, Pats, often imitated, never duplicated. Some people will get that, but of course, you can check us out live on the Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, the Hideaway Facebook page, Godzilla Media YouTube, and then if you happen to catch this a little bit later, Spotify, Apple, Pear, Peaches, Pumpkin Eye, whoever's not ready, holler eye.
Those are just fruits. You can't do that.
Well, I would never call them that because it's 2021.
Just imagine some person opening a coconut. Hello.
If you actually, if you hollow out a coconut and hold it to your ear, you'll hear Levack and Goz. It's a known thing. Used to be seashells, but we lost out on that one. The ocean got that one back. Live from the Hideaway. Always great. Are we still doing founder specials? What are we now? I don't even know.
Yes. No.
Amazing beer selection.
Yes.
Awesome food. $7 food menu for touchdown foods, if you will. And we're gonna have a lot of the fun. That's the plan. Is that good for you?
That is the plan. If you want more information on the Hideaway specials, head on over to our social media pages. You can learn more. Instagram, Getting There with Goz, at the Jeff Levack, at Tom Goz, TOMG. It was easy on Twitter.
There you go. I like all those things. All right, the college football playoff is set. The bowls are announced, and I think there's one question left. Who are you voting for the Heisman? What do you got? What do you got, Goz? Goz got his Heisman vote back. Goz, who are you voting for?
My vote was
the big fella, Aiden Hutchinson. You give it a little love, a little go blue, huh?
They have you sign so many things. They're upping it up now. Like now they want to have you like type in codes for pins on your cell phone and everything else. I have sworn to secrecy. I cannot say anything till Saturday night. I will put out my exclusive vote on GozillaMedia.com and on Twitter. I will be there in New York City representing the Capital Region. Very excited, very honored to be doing that again. My vote will stay secret. I will give you this, Levack. I think the finalists are in the right direction.
Who are the final four?
Finalists were just named moments ago before we went live.
The big fella, Aiden Hutchinson, 97, yes. Go blue.
We'll do this in alphabetical order so no one thinks we've try to tip our hands here. Aiden Hutchinson, like you just said there, He is a finalist. Kenny Pickett from Pittsburgh.
That's not alphabetical anymore.
No. Kenny Pickett, C.J. Stroud, and Bryce Young.
Yeah. That's not
OPQRSTUVW. Yeah, I got it right. So
did Bryce Young get your vote when he won against Georgia, or were you already voting for him?
I'll keep that a secret, all right? I'm not giving anything out today. I'm not telling you who I voted for. Nice try, Levack. Even in this non-traditional world.
There's like 12 people watching this stupid thing. You just say what you want. Nobody's going to notice. It'll be fine. You think the Heisman Committee is watching Levack and Goz live from the Hideaway?
I will tell you this. If you don't believe the Heisman does track you, I found out this year they sure as hell do.
Did they move in next to your dad to make sure that you were behaving yourself or something?
Hello, Hank. If you're watching, my Heisman rep, I know where you live now. So
all right, bowl season is upon us, and our show Friday, a special show Friday. Very movie Christmas, live from Hooters.
The Christmas party, Levack, it is going to be happening. I cannot wait for Friday. It's going to be a wild event on Friday.
So we're going to pick all the bowl games, all of them right then and there. And a lot of them are going to be very fast, just like I'll tell you right now, if you spend a lot of time breaking down the Cricket Celebration Bowl between SC State and Jackson State, guys, I will walk off the effing show.
That's not big. Is that a real bowl?
Yeah. What about the PUBG Mobile New Mexico Bowl? UTEP versus Fresno State. I like the ones that literally look, we don't have a huge budget. Can we just get teams that are close so we don't have to pay a lot for travel? Is that the AutoZone Liberty Bowl? How about Serve Pro First Responders? Ticketmaster getting into the game with the Ticket Smarter. Ticket Smarter must have pushed Ticketmaster out of the Birmingham Bowl.
Over under 4.5 years that the Hideaway, Tech East, and Godzilla Media all have bowl games.
Tech East would be first because Mike's insane. Hideaway would be second. strictly because Godzilla Media will never have a budget for that.
What?
Speaking of which, the Barstool Arizona Bowl.
Come on.
The Barstool Sports Arizona Bowl.
That's
Central
right.
Michigan versus Boise State.
Your dear pal, Dave Portnoy, ponied up.
I don't have the problem I used to have. I care so much less than I used to. I do. And I love Big Cat. I think Big Cat's hysterical. I think he's hysterical. Now that we're actually doing the same medium, it seems stupid to have a problem with them.
That's right. So if Barstool wants to partner with Godzilla Media and put my name on the bowl game, you're more than welcome to do it.
Yeah, something tells me they could buy you for like a gift certificate to the merch store.
Hey,
all of a sudden, you'll know if Goz has got like Godzilla's for the boys or something shirt on. It's obvious.
Hey, speaking about the merch store, we'll get to that later on today. I got a little tease for that coming later on because I'm waiting for a text. Waiting for a text.
There's a merch store for Godzilla.
Yeah, there is. I mean,
right,
if you can find it, it's open. But maybe like promo code coming later. Depending on
Did you put who you're voting for the Heisman on one of the shirts?
No, I did not. I did not do that on the shirt.
All right. Is there a bowl that you're actually excited about that's not one of the big ones? There's so many bowls.
I know. Here's the thing. I'm disappointed about the bowl season. I want
Trans Perfect Music City Bowl. What do you think Trans Perfect means?
Trans Perfect. Is Oklahoma and Oregon in the Alamo Bowl this year? It's high scoring.
I'm sorry. Who is the sponsor of the Alamo Bowl?
Visco. Is that even a company that just make that up?
How about the Jimmy Kimmel LA Bowl? There's legitimately a Jimmy Kimmel Bowl.
If you didn't believe Jimmy Kimmel had the greatest agent in the world, he's now getting bowl games named after him.
Who were you looking for?
It's Oklahoma and Oregon in the Alamo Bowl.
I have no idea.
I believe they are, and they don't have coaches.
I was going to say, who's coaching them? Oh, yeah. The Valero Alamo Bowl live from San Antonio, Texas. Wednesday, December 29th.
That's really the key to give a little spoiler for Friday. It's what teams actually want to be at the bowl games and what coaches actually want to still be there. Because sometimes they'll have interim staffs coach the bowl games and be like, I'm not playing for this guy. I'm not going to be at this school. I'm out. Peace. That's my key when we're going to pick those bowl games on Friday. As for the college football playoff that you opened up with and then quickly diverted to try to see if I was sneaking. Yeah, go ahead.
I do. I'm excited. I'm going to the Pinstripe Bowl. I'm doing it.
Oh, you are going?
Maryland versus Vatech. I got to go. I got to go to that game at the Yankee Stadium. The Yankees. Cheez-It Bowl. Hungry already. Duke's Mayo. Do they have Duke's Mayo in this area? I don't even know.
I've never had Duke's Mayo.
I don't know. I don't know if that's the thing. I like Wasabi Fenway Bowl. Come on. Now why you gotta take something I love and put it with something I hate? I get it, Green Monster, smart move. I like it, but I didn't really. Apparently Jean Derrière is not. He said hello all, and I don't see him at the bar. I don't smell desperate Bears fan either. So he must be watching from home.
You know what? Levack, I got a beef with the bowl.
Randy
games.
Tucker's birthday is Friday.
Randy,
we have our Christmas special. We'll give you details of that because one of the guys, Derek, is here, Trout, and it's not here, so we can't talk about it. We can't talk about it right now.
That's fine.
Luckily, he's distracted by shiny objects and Jared's in the corner jingling keys, so Trout won't see anything until. Okay, we're back. Hey, everybody!
I got an issue with the bowl games, Levack. I already got an issue.
All right, I like it.
As much as you're promoting and excited about all this, why?
By the way, John's working. He'll be here soon.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Oh, good. I was just saying how much I love his company.
The Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl. If you don't know the story, the Rose Bowl and Sugar Bowl are refusing to move off of New Year's Day. So because they are not a part of the semifinals this year, and they didn't want every bowl game to be stacked on New Year's Day because of television rights and everything else. The Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl will not get off New Year's Day. Again, one more time, they are not a part of the playoff setting this year. That is the Cotton and the Orange Bowl. Now, why is it a big deal? That means this year's college football playoff is played on New Year's Eve.
Ooh, I kind of like it.
Not New Year's Day.
Kind of like it.
You might like it, but here's the problem.
Well, the most important bowl in the world is the Rose Bowl. Okay, I think what sucks is that my beloved Michigan has to play in the Orange Bowl, and those filthy pirate hookers, the Ohio State fuck guys, get to play in the Rose Bowl. Okay, and get to annihilate poor Utah for no damn reason whatsoever. So it should be on the granddaddy of them all. Should be on New Year's Day, no matter what.
So you're fine with it. Just move it. Have as many games as you want on New Year's Day. I'm not cool with that too.
Dude. New Year's Eve, I'll have a blast. I'll watch that while getting hammered. I might make it to midnight.
See, that's what college football people thought was going to happen. That everyone would make the college football semifinals a part of New Year's Eve. So you'd watch the games, then you'd watch the ball drop and do whatever you do.
Then you watch all the balls drop.
So that's what we thought would happen. Okay, from 2015 to 2016, when the game was played on New Year's Day compared to New Year's Eve, the ratings dropped 45%. Now, if you're someone who buys TV advertising, and we've laid this out before, you buy it off projected numbers.
How much did it drop?
45%. So in comparison to New Year's Day to New Year's Eve. So if you are somebody who is maybe advertising for the college football playoff, I would expect the numbers to crash. It's going to bomb again. This is a bad idea, but they're going to have to learn again. They're going to have to learn again that it does not work on New Year's Eve. It's just one time they've done it and they quit after that. But
actually, but by your logic, this is the perfect year to advertise during the bowl games on New Year's Eve, because you're going to pay less than you ever will again, probably. Because if it doesn't bomb this year, you still pay based on last year's ratings.
I would have thought I would thought next year would be the best because the ratings had bombed. But I know
again. Do you think they'll bomb again?
I think they're going to bomb again. I think
that would be scary. I'd be afraid. Sorry. Yeah, see New Year's Eve next year. We got to get Trout a mic. I only put 2 mics in. I didn't even know you were going to sit here.
But remember, Cincinnati's in it. Alabama and Georgia are powers. Michigan's a power. Right,
I think Cincinnati. Listen, I will tell you. The Cincinnati. This is probably the first, like other 5 team that's going up against one of the Power 5s that I actually want to see. Like all the years past where it would be like, UCF or whoever else, and you see them and I just be like, dude, I hope they just get steamboated. I hope they get rolled. I want to see what Cincinnati can do. Because, by the way, Cincinnati, you're not just playing for the Bearcats and Cincinnati. You're playing for everyone who's not in the Power 5. If you go out and just put up a good showing, put up a fight, that's going to be an argument for everybody moving forward. You have another year like this year, and you're like, oh, you shouldn't even be there. Well, we took Alabama down to the final whistle. You know what I mean? Like that's big. You're not going to win. I wish they would win. That'd be so much. To beat 2 teams from Ohio, whoo, that'd be great.
If Cincinnati can keep it close, Levack, that is, yes, the biggest storyline with a few weeks out from these games, because another stat about the college football semifinals over the past almost 7-8 years now, the average margin of victory in the semifinal games is 21 points.
Yeah.
They're never close. That's the other hard part about this. You would think with an expanded playoff field, which, by the way, thank God we have it, what would have happened if Alabama beat Georgia and we only had the old BCS days? We would have just got a rematch the next week? Cincinnati wouldn't have jumped those 2, would they? They didn't jump in the polls?
No,
Michigan again?
Well,
that's what would have been weird, but
the only thing is how quickly everyone's just decided Georgia sucks. Like, it's not even like, oh, my God, I can't believe what Bama was able to get done out there or any of that. But it's just like all of a sudden, Georgia's just garbage. Like, they got run by a really good Bama team. By the way, predicted that, wagered heavy on it, putting it out there. I was told when I was leaving Rivers, guy walks up to me and goes, "Hey, Levack, what'd you bet?" And I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." He knows me. I was wearing my name on my hoodie. A little less. I don't know again. And I was like, I really like Bama. I go, and I think Cincinnati rolls Houston. He goes, "Oh, I'm on the other side of both of those." He's going, I'm like, all right, well, good luck, man. He goes, "Well, you're not really a bettor." I'm like, if you want to say I'm not really a winner, I can go there, but I definitely bet. So I'm just like, I'm like, yeah, man, whatever. It was cold. I was in shorts because I'm stupid. I'm like, all right, yeah, good luck, man, whatever. And then I was like, man, I should have got the guy's name. Yeah. I should have got like, hey, Steve in the parking lot. Mwah! And then Sunday happened, and I got my derriere kicked in.
Yeah. First of all, what type of loser wears his name on his shirt in public? My God, what type of idiot would be so stupid to do something like that?
Yeah, I don't know. There's probably the same like probably somebody would like try to start a media company and just like take like a giant lizard and turn it into their name.
And second, who dare insult you at Rivers Casino, huh? By the way,
be here next week when I start Levaction Media. It's going to be awesome. No, but he wasn't insulting. He just didn't like my pick. You know what I mean? Or
no, he was insulting. That's basically saying like you're driving. You're like, well, we know you don't really drive. What do you mean? I'm behind the wheel right now. What do you mean, drive? Well, we know you don't bet. We know you're out here just giving it a shot for all of us. That's what. Who was that guy?
I don't know. But Mike from Schenectady says he knows him. I know Steve from the parking lot. Mike, tell him I won both those bets. Just let him know. Mikey. No, it was funny too because I felt so much stronger about Sunday's plays. I loved Dallas on Thursday. Thought that was a great play. I thought really good about a couple plays. I really feel good about the Bills tonight. A little less with this weird weather. We'll get into that. But like Saturday, I was sitting there. I was like, I like some games. I don't love anything. So that was like when he went against me on both of them. I'm just like, you're probably right. I don't know. I just sometimes I'll try to put on something pretty and go bet at the kiosk. I don't know. I like to go to Rivers, have a coffee on my way over. I don't know. And then like as all those games are paying, I'm just like, yeah, I'm doing
it. This is awesome.
Where's that guy? Some random dude somewhere is very upset right now.
You heard my take about it.
Probably bet a lot more than I did. I did not win a ton of money.
The conference championship games were a lot better than I thought. I've told you this, and hopefully my take of this, it's not one of my favorite takes I have of conspiracy all weekend, that the conference benefits far more than the favorite going. Like the SEC benefits down because Bama's in it. The Big 12 would have benefited if Oklahoma State won, but guess what? They got stopped at the 1 yard line. There wasn't anything fishy in that game. That's really the only one that really stood out to me that something strange could happen. Bama smoked Georgia. It wasn't the officials that changed that game. That was Michigan smoked Iowa. It wasn't the officials that played a factor.
That first drive, Iowa marched, and I was like, uh-oh. Like Michigan's not taking this seriously. We got a problem. Because that would be the most Harbaugh Michigan thing ever, to finally exercise the demon, beat Ohio State, and then lose at like a buzzer beater field goal to Iowa, and end up playing, at the, let me see, what will we end up at that point? Probably get kicked all the way down to the probably the Trans Perfect Music City Bowl, probably, or I think Schenectady County Community College SDCCU Holiday Bowl.
Whoa,
I wonder what that like. I have to look up some of these things and see what the hell they even mean.
Is Jay Larkin just the trophy? They just hand him over.
Jay Larkin. It's Jay Larkin with a freshly brewed beer in your honor. He walks over and hands them to the winners. That's it.
By the way, Jay, get back to me.
Professor Larkin.
I left you a message if you're watching. Please get back to me.
Stop looking at the screen. Look at the camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's why he's not getting back to you.
I keep looking at myself.
How about the Easy Post Hawaii Bowl?
Is that still on Christmas Eve?
Yes. Yeah, Friday, December 24th.
If you're watching the Hawaii Bowl instead of spending time with your family, what does that mean for you?
You're smart. How about the Tax Act Camellia Bowl, Georgia State, Ball State?
I believe it's pronounced Camellia Bowl.
I remembered where it was. No, I thought that would be so on brand for my beloved Michigan, but they didn't. They got it done, so I'm very happy with that. Quick, just running through some of the messages here. We're live from the Hideaway. You check us out live, Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page. That's where we do every live show. And when we're live at the Hideaway, we're live on their Facebook as well as Godzilla Media's YouTube. You can bring us back and watch us live on all those, or just go ahead and listen on
Apple,
that's
Spotify,
yeah.
Google Play.
Ooh, Google Play.
And wherever you find your podcasts.
Google Play's still a thing.
It's not one of our higher rated platforms.
I remember, I thought, yeah, I'm not going to do that just in case.
Thanks.
Girk says, sup, fella. Sup, fellas. And then, our boy Mike, he says, I really don't like Michigan, but Harbaugh getting that monkey off his back is a wonderful sports story. Why'd you have to start with you don't like Michigan? Like this, now he's always got to be a little bit of a turd. You know what I mean? Remember when you banned him for like a year because he said you should bench Saquon Barkley for just because?
Rank these three. Which one do you actually despise more? The I really don't like blank, but I'll give them credit, or I never agree with so and so, but I'll give him credit on this
one. It really depends, like the context in which they're being used.
Okay,
like because obviously he's like, all right, Levack, Michigan, it was fun to watch, good for you, but he has to point out, look, Michigan sucks. I hate them. I hope they get relegated. But at the same time, hey, that was a fun story to watch.
Sometimes look, I never agree with Goz.
Oh, okay, Penn State fan. So after the scandal, just don't follow college football anymore. I would never let anybody take it away. Kirk wants to know if we're on MySpace. Are we on MySpace?
No, not yet.
If I ever found my login, could I log into my old MySpace? Is that a thing?
Yeah, for sure.
Because I would love to see who my top 5 friends were the last time Michigan beat Ohio State.
I know for a fact my now wife, then girlfriend with MySpace was getting popular, left me a comment on my MySpace wall, and that was a running joke. I still left you that comment in 2007. You haven't gotten back to me about. You're just ignoring me on social media.
Was it playful? Was it?
No, it was actually about sports. It was about Gonzaga basketball. She'd never done a bracket before.
And she felt need to communicate with you.
She's not a very good flirter, as you guys can tell from that story. It's not one of her strengths.
Because you are.
What's up, ladies?
Who would she
The
vote for
camera's there
the
again.
Heisman? Who would she vote for the Heisman?
She has no idea what's going on out there.
All right. Well, some would say you don't either. All right. And like college football playoff. What are you? How did it play out for you? You like it? You good? You happy? That guy's live from the Hideaway. That's just great food specials.
I guess it's okay. I already ranted and raved about being on New Year's Eve. I don't love that thing. I've had a wedding this year on New Year's Eve, so I'm not going to get to watch as much of it as I would have hoped. But, I want Cincinnati to keep it close, but I feel like it just Alabama, Georgia seems like the likely matchup we're going to get in the national championship. I got to figure out. I got a few more weeks to evaluate your Wolverines. I'm a little nervous about Michigan's offense if they could figure out a way to actually be good enough. McNamara and McCarthy, can you win with a 2-quarterback system against Georgia?
Yeah, well,
that remains to be seen.
Yeah, but McCarthy's not supposed to get the plays he gets, and I get it. He's a 5-star. He's an amazing athlete. He had that great when Corum broke the run, and here goes McCarthy trucking by the fastest running back on the team to lay a big block downfield. It's exciting. I will sit there and count those plays. Because if they need to go gimmick, they're probably getting beat. And that's the thing to worry about with Michigan. I don't know if you remember me saying this. There was only one thing I wanted. Please don't make my beloved Michigan Wolverines go through Bama and Georgia to get to the championship. Well, I guess I got my wish because it's Georgia then Bama now. Right. So there you go. Okay. So, it's going to be – it looks like it's going to be an all SEC championship game. But – if Michigan can go out and just, handle business, I just don't think you can beat. I don't think you can beat both of them. I don't know any team that can beat both of them.
Well, if you do it, you deserve to be the national champion. You're the best team in college football. And I will give Michigan credit for this. Their defense is so good. If we're going to criticize Michigan's offense, Georgia's offense isn't much better. Georgia survived games because that defense is what we thought to be an all-time great defense until we realized that maybe the quarterback issue is way, way more of a concern than we might have thought about earlier in the year.
That is true. The one thing I will say is who's the wow man, I'm drawing a blank. The big fella in
Jordan
the middle.
Davis?
Yeah. Didn't he just look like he wasn't ready to play? Like it wasn't it maybe I missed something. I don't know if Bama have figured out a great line stunt or something to negate him or at least wear him down. It felt like he just wasn't ready to play. I don't think Michigan's going to be lucky enough for him not to be ready to play in this game.
Yeah, a double team against Vanderbilt is a little different against a double team against Alabama. That's what he felt. Yeah, He's like, oh man, I felt a lot bigger a few weeks ago.
Right.
These guys were really big.
But he looked burnt by the end of the first quarter.
He did.
It was bad. But I like where we're at. And of course we're gonna. All right, nobody's around. Nobody's listening. Okay. The Levack and Goz Christmas special Friday, live from under the orange roof. Okay, love the Hideaway, love Hooters. You know what I'm saying? Like the Hooters makes us happy. Hideaway makes it happy. Very booby Christmas. I'm not supposed to call it that. I didn't do it. You didn't hear it. We're gonna have a blast there, but we're gonna run through all our bowl picks. So, do you want to do set up a Bowl Mania challenge or something for Godzilla for us? And then guys because Corey from Greenwich is gonna ask, can he pick bowl games against us?
I'll see what I can do.
I don't think you have to do anything. I think you set it up and then we give people a login.
I'll give that a
do
shot.
It right on ESPN.
All right. I don't support those guys that much anymore. But.
Yeah, then you're fine with national. I mean, they literally are televising 80% of the bowls.
And we did text. I was texting with somebody from ESPN.
No, this is
it is. All right, I'll work on that.
I'm friends with everybody. I like everybody personally. I get along with everybody. There it is.
I like our new drum.
All right, so excited about that. Excited. But I'm sorry you didn't get to talk about your boy before you left.
Jared Lozier, we're talking about 2022 plans. What are you going to do for yourself? How are you going to move your money to protect the things that matter most to you? Car, business, whatever it is, Jared Lozier wants to help you to make sure those things are taken care of. He's going to shop for you, Levack. The right prices. Who has time to figure out where I'm going? You got the 9 tabs up on your screen. You're doing math. You're taking off your socks to count how many fingers. You don't need to do that, okay? Keep your socks and your gloves on. Jared Lozier will do the math for you to find out exactly what insurance works for you. He does that at Northeastern Insurance. Email him today, jaredl@anyemail.com. I forgot to tell Jared this. Someone actually bought him a beer for Friday. Hey, thanks for supporting Levack and Goz. Here's a beer for Friday. Awesome. Jared, there's a beer on the house. You show up, you buy Jared a beer. Or just tell him, hey, I like you. jaredl@anyemail.com. Ask about your insurance needs or give him a call today for more information on Jared Lozier at Northeastern Insurance. Check out the information right now here below on the ticker if you're watching on our YouTube side.
I'm going to keep that beer.
Apple, Spotify.
I'm not giving him that beer.
His info is also there as well, but if you don't want to just hit the back button or hit pause right now, I will give you his number. How about that?
I'm not gonna give him that beer.
518-956-3753. 518-956-3753. Jared Lowe's here, Northeastern Insurance. Give him a call today.
I'm keeping the beer. I'm doing it. I'm keeping the beer.
Matt Bopp wanted to send a beer over to
our
Jared.
boy Matt Bopp.
Yeah, and us.
I don't know. This has just gotten weird. Gurka wants to know if Jared has an OnlyFans. Can you find that out for me? And then make sure I never see it. All right. we got to give Gurka his one. I'm not going to say it out loud right now. If you're watching on the streams, Gurk does not like Ben Simmons. Right. Still, Jared, Jay Larkin, Professor Larkin. And we're just going to ignore the first time in program history, the number one Purdue Boilermakers basketball team. We're just going to ignore that? Yes, we are. Basketball doesn't start until after football's done.
We're going to ignore it like you ignored my message on Facebook, Jay. You get back to me.
Jay gets back to me right away. Always. I have his cell phone number, though. I don't. You don't have that?
I don't have that. Why is that?
That's weird. It's weird. I would have thought he would have rushed that right over to you. We got to find out if he's realistically brewing a special beer for the SDCCU Holiday Bowl. I think that would be a good thing.
We got to find out.
We got to find that out about him. All right, that's so college football bowl season, most wonderful time of the year. I wish I could catch lightning in a bottle like I did once. Like once in my life, I started. Vinny the Fish and I were hanging out. Right, I wagered completely legally, on all the bowl games. Right, like I bet every single bowl game, and I think it was like 32 that year or something like that. So. Starting with $10 a game, $20 a game, 10 and 20. I started hitting. Well, I got up like $800.
Ooh.
So I started betting $100 and $200 a game. I got up. So we get to the point where it's time to, ride with Vinny the Fish out to Vegas to pick up the money because I bet legally in Las Vegas, of course. And at the time. And Vinny's like, hey, I actually have a couple things I got to do. Is there any chance we can catch up a little bit later? And I said, look, Vinny, here's the deal. You've always been good to me. If you're going to go out to Vegas and continue to wager for me, we'll just meet up at the end of the bowls. So I'm up $3,200.
Whoa!
With like 8 bowls and some playoffs left. I'm going to go into the NFL playoffs. I'm going to bet through that too. I am now betting $200 to $500 a game, and I feel like a gangster. So eventually, Vinny had to get me $200. But I was up $3,200 at one point, and I was legitimately having the best time ever, even though I was losing because it just didn't matter. It wasn't my money. I would love to if I could tell you the story ends with me having 15, 20 grand out in the desert. But no, I literally had bet it all the way down to $200. So I cashed $200.
Levack, if that's the type of quality we're going to get, I cannot wait to find out your picks. I'm thrilled. This is the anti-Stu Gatz. If those remember this, Stu Gatz a few years ago went 0-14 to start off his bowl games. You went the exact opposite way.
I was way more dialed in back then. I used to work with a guy named Morozic, and we would watch almost every game. So every time the MAC was playing, I actually knew about the teams and stuff. I'm not that dialed in. I'm gonna need a lot more luck this year because I'm dialed in, but I'm not that dialed in. But I'd love to get on that kind of a run. What are you thinking as we get ready for Bills Patch? You want to do our not so rapid recap?
Let's do the not so rapid NFL Week 13 recap.
All right, giggity. Here's the situation that the base is in. Kind of stingy. That's why I don't want to win. Here's the deal. Thursday Night Football was my glorious moment. I told everyone who would listen. No McCarthy, no problems. That they weren't great. I didn't feel like Dallas was the world beater I expected them to be, but the Dallas Cowboys handled business on the Saints 27-17. My biggest note from that game, Mike McCarthy's not a good coach. Not a good coach at all.
You called this one from the moment McCarthy, the tweet came out from Adam Schefter that he had COVID. Run to your local wagering facilities and put it on the Cowboys.
I pretended Rivers was closed and sat there knocking on the door trying to get in. And then they were like, Levack, we're open. You can come in. You're like, oh, okay, I just wanted to have that moment. I was so excited.
Is it getting weird, the Sean Payton Taysom Hill thing at this point? I'm like,
it's a little creepy.
I'm trying to step back and wonder in professional sports. College is a little different because in college you might be able to coach like a nephew, a son, a grandson, or whatever. So you might actually have a family or an alumni was really good at that school. There is no connection that we know of why Sean Payton just adores Taysom Hill. And what other team wants him? But still, he goes out, he doesn't play well. He's going to likely be the starter again next week. Does anybody understand the Sean Payton Taysom Hill thing? I'm never going to get it. He's not good. He's not good.
He's not, and he's good for what he was supposed to be. Change of pace, Swiss Army knife type thing. He's not supposed to be your every down quarterback. I think it's somewhere between a mixture of, he's enamored with the skill set that's there, even though it's not what you would hope it would be for people who actually watch football. And he's so arrogant, he thinks he can make it work. It's got to be a mix of the two. Sean Payton knows how to coach football. He knows how to coach football.
I don't get it. Like, if you want a running quarterback, why didn't you draft Lamar Jackson? If you want a running quarterback, why didn't you get Tebow 15 years? I just don't get it.
Can you imagine Tyrod Taylor healthy?
Tyrod Taylor
in a Sean Payton offense, it would be way better. All right, moving on to the New York teams. The Giants lose to the Dolphins 20-9. Dolphins have now won 5 straight games. Glennon started okay, and then the bed. Giants get stomped by the Dolphins.
Allegedly, he got hurt during this game too, right?
Strained neck?
Right. See, that's why I said alleged, because
early on.
It's Davis Mills and Mike Glennon's necks are so massive that you just wonder, did Twitter make that stat up of him actually getting hurt? Giants fans, how do you guys do it? That is such a brutal watch every week. Everything, across the Giants played so well against Philadelphia, but everything. Kenny Golladay has been a non-factor this season.
Right.
Saquon Barkley is nowhere close to being a top 5 running back we thought he'd be. We've already covered
he
the
showed some flashes, at least a little bit. Like not enough that it's going to make you feel better about the world, but at least you can look over and go, oh, I remember when he could do those things.
You know what Saquon Barkley was? You'll get this analogy. Hopefully somebody listening also understands this. You're coming to the Hideaway. Now you and I were struggling to drive in the dark today. Driving to the Hideaway like we were old men. Hey, that's Saquon Barkley. You have flashes of knowing where you're going, and you're going to make it safely, and it's going to be fine. You're going to have a good time. Other times, you're just driving like that meme with the Muppets out there. That's what Saquon Barkley's become. I have no idea what to expect. Giants fans, it is brutal. I'm putting this out there. Do not put them on a primetime game for the rest of the year. Maybe for the next 2 years. I can't. Giant fan, God bless you, man. If you're still with this team, they are brutal to watch.
The only thing I can tell you, I guess, Giants fan, is misery loves company, and your roommate's not much better. Actually, probably worse. The Eagles 33-19 over the Jets. You got Minshew. Gardner Minshew, what did he have? Was he 14 for 14 to start the game? 2 touchdowns. They scored on their first 7 drives. I mean, I guess if I'm an Eagles fan, I'm thrilled right now. Because if I got a guy who can throw the ball even remotely competently, I'm going to wreck people.
I'm going to do it.
Do it. You won't do it.
Controversy? Question mark. Is it too easy? Is it too low hanging a fruit here to say there's a real controversy in Philly? Because they made the move for him. They dumped Joe Flacco originally. He played really well. Gardner Minshew is probably the 33rd best quarterback in the NFL. He probably should be a starter if somebody gets hurt. He's right there on the fringe, but no team's going to make the move for him. Let me go further back. What if you're a Jacksonville fan? Minshew looked just as good as Lawrence has looked all season. I know that's a whole different thing about the future, but still, he is a really good quarterback. I'll say Hurts is the starter, though. I don't know if we're ready for controversy.
You know what Gardner Minshew is? Gardner Minshew is a bullpen quarterback. You need a shot of energy. You need a guy who can play competent football, but is going to fire everybody else up on your team. Gardner Minshew, hit the button, let him run out like the Ultimate Warrior, and just go crazy. But long term, Jacksonville knows this. He's not an everyday starting quarterback. Or at least not. I think the better your team is, the worse he's going to look too, because every once in a while he is going to try to make a play that he shouldn't make. I love watching the guy play. He's exciting as all hell, but I would not want him on my team as my everyday quarterback. Back up, rock and roll, have fun, get after it, kid. But every day, nah, I'm good. Moving on, the Cards and the Bears. Where's John the Hill? The Cards 33-22. Kyler Murray back. DeAndre Hopkins back. Played okay. Nobody blew the world away except for the fact that, how about that guy, Andy Dalton? 4 interceptions.
Arizona is in the conversation, and the conversation is them and Green Bay is the best team in the NFL. It's those two teams back and forth. If Arizona had a different name, like if they were the Patriots or the Steelers or some other franchise that's had success over the last 10 to 15 years, we would give Arizona the credit. Arizona's been to a Super Bowl, and if it wasn't for the amazing catch, they would have won that Super Bowl. They got to an NFC title game before the Panthers destroyed them. So they've had success. They're the best team. Ooh, Packers or Cardinals? You know what?
I'll take the Pack.
I'll take the Packers, too. Cardinals, second best team.
Don't they still feel a little gimmicky?
Boy, they got double-digit wins, though. I mean, the gimmick is that the quarterback's an athlete. They got a good wide receiver. I don't know. I mean, that's a really good division, too. The Niners would be in the playoffs. The Rams would be in the play. Arizona's the second best team in the NFL.
But they still, like you said, they don't feel a little gimmicky on offense.
What's it going to – let's do this again, because I think we did this back in November, too. Is there anything the Cardinals can do that makes somebody who's a Cardinal hater believe in them for the rest of the season? Like, this is what we're going to get from them. They're not going to change. They're not. I don't know if they're going to become less gimmicky. So I would say no. Are they gimmicky? Yes. I think most people are just set on the Cardinals for the rest of the year.
I'm not. I can't. I can't get behind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Rhonda King is letting Cynthia Selden know that we're live in Saratoga.
Oh, thank you.
So Cynthia and Rhonda, come on by, say hello. How's that? Is that good? Is that? I think that's what we're trying to accomplish.
They may have been our
there.
Bills winners last time. Remember?
Maybe.
Two nice women who won the Josh Allen jersey a few months ago.
Live here at the Hideaway. I just want to take the rapid out of the name. We're recapping the week ago. I was so sure that Tyrod Taylor and the Texans would play like football, not like, not great, but football. That was not the case. 31-0. Jonathan Taylor is legit. Tyrod Taylor got hurt. I was in a big way hurt on that one.
Remember 2 years ago, right? Is it 2 years ago, 2019, that the Texans were in an AFC title game with a double
Hold on, let me see if I can remember. I do remember.
An AFC title game with a double-digit lead over the Chiefs and almost going to the Super Bowl? What the hell happened?
Deshaun Watson went to a lot of rub and tugs.
Yeah, that's about it. All right, Texans are terrible. They did it to themselves. They weren't ready to rebuild.
Bill O'Brien, the only person who screwed them over more than that, and I was going to make a worse joke, is Bill O'Brien pretend to be a GM.
That's right. DeAndre Hopkins doesn't get along with Bill O'Brien. DJ Watt's gone. All right, there it is. There's Houston Texans. They're going to be bad for a long time.
Long time bad. They could really use a hand. Chargers topped the Bengals 41-22. This was a story of it felt like 6 different games. The Chargers scored 24 unanswered. The Bengals scored 22 unanswered. Then it's 17 unanswered from the stinky Chargers. Here's the problem, right? I think Joe Burrow doesn't hurt himself. He doesn't bang up that pinky and his throwing hand. I think the Bengals complete that comeback and get it done. I think they were. I'm becoming a Joe Burrow fan.
I told you 2 weeks ago here at the Hideaway, I said I'm done betting on the Jaguars and 49ers because they're too unpredictable. I don't know what to expect out of those teams. Nope, scratch that. Chargers and Bengals. Done with both teams.
Really?
Herbert's awesome. Herbert is awesome. He is far more than everyone expected him to be for the Chargers. Austin Eckler continues to get in the end zone. I get your take on the Bengals. Like Cincinnati, if they can get that thing going consistently, why can't they be 2022, 2023, a new force in the AFC North? They'd still be a playoff team. But right now, the lack of trust for both of those teams, the inconsistency, is going to drive me crazy trying to figure them out up until January.
Your beloved Buccaneers take out the Falcons 30-17. I don't know if you guys are aware of this. Tom Brady, good at football. 4 touchdowns on Sunday. That's 6 games this season with 4 touchdowns or more. That's the most games with 4 passing touchdowns he's ever had in a single season, breaking 2007. It's the 6th instance of a player having 6 games of 4 passing touchdowns in a season. All the other 5 have won MVP.
I'll sum it up for you even easier. Statistically, he's the best quarterback in the NFL right now. He is the best statistical quarterback in the NFL. I'm
going to go on a limb. I think he gets in the Hall of Fame. I think he might be the best quarterback ever right now.
All right.
I think it's
okay.
I think there's a chance he's going to a couple Super Bowls.
You said the word MVP. Are we just not going to mention Tom Brady as an MVP because he's Tom Brady?
There is fatigue. I think there's fatigue. I think there's definitely fatigue. But if it's hard to. You just got to hope at some point somebody's going to look around and go, yeah, but that's stupid. That's stupid. I don't like Tom Brady. I like him now a little bit more that he's not in New England. By the way, Pat's Bills, Hideaway tonight. But it's hard to go against what he's doing.
Football is so much more enjoyable when your team's good. I'll sum that up.
What's that like?
The Buccaneers, watching Gronk go up and make a one-handed catch and then bring it in, I just yelled and I'm like, they have Brady and Gronk. I just randomly yell it out sometimes.
Right.
The Buccaneers, who were bad for 15 years, got Brady and Gronk. Felt so good to watch that.
Washington football team, 17. Raiders, 15. Last-second field goal, the whole 9. My daughter walks through the room and goes, well, I guess you can't expect Michigan and the Raiders to win in the same weekend. So she needs a place to live. Raiders, get this. How's this for Stafford? Raiders are 6-6 right now. If Derek Carr throws for 300 yards or more, 6-0. Under 300 yards, 0-6. He threw for 249. You couldn't win the game. You just couldn't win. How you want to talk about an MVP candidate? I know the team sucks, but he has to throw for over 300 yards for the Raiders to win a game.
Thanks a lot, Coin. What have you done for us, you stupid
The first
Coin?
one got wrong all
That's
year.
right.
Though.
Guess so many people invested probably, and the Coin got viral. Now that happened. Your Raiders, man.
I'll tell you what, man. They're not good, man.
God.
It almost feels like maybe their coach left or something, man.
You text me about our former pal, Zay Jones.
Zay Jones is garbage, man. I'll tell you what right now. And, like, Carr loves him. Like, maybe Derek Carr and Zay Jones' relationship is the only one that even is close to as questionable as Taysom Hill and Sean Payton. He threw to Zay Jones every time they needed a big catch, and every time it hit hands of stone, and it was all over.
One other thing that
Techie's Fire and Water Restoration has asked us to stop talking about this weekend's football. That would be probably our beloved leader, Mike Corda, who wagered on the same games I did at Rivers and is not really happy with me at the moment.
There are some rumors floating around, by the way, in Washington that Ryan Fitzpatrick, maybe there's a possibility that his season is not over. Look, that's Twitter talk. Right. You roll with Heineke. Heineke's been fine. Yeah, don't bring back Fitzpatrick.
I mean, especially with the way. I mean, look against Buccaneers. He did everything he had to do against the Raiders. That's it. But look, the exciting story is the Lions win 29-27. Unofficial president of the fan club, Monty, very excited. Lions win. So this snaps a 15-game winless streak, their 9-game home losing streak, Jared Goff's 12-game winless streak in starts, the longest by a quarterback drafted number 1 overall in the common draft era. All snapped with that big W. That big W for the Lions.
Levack, you and I both had this. This was one of my locks, and if you followed our picks on social media, I said Lions get their first win. I feel good about that one. Didn't feel good until the final moment. I was one of those people who went to Twitter and said, wow, the Lions are hilarious because they were going to lose that game on a weird call by Dan Campbell going for it on 4th and 1 in his own territory. Man Campbell. Goff fumbles the football. I go, oh, this is classic Lions. They came back and won the game. Good for them.
Well, that guy's live from the Hideaway. You can check us out live on the Techies Fire and Water Restoration Facebook page, Hideaway Facebook page, Godzilla Media YouTube, and we're trying to roll through this rapid recap. It's just not rapid whatsoever. Rams have become like I think they're almost as good as I thought they were, as long as they play the Jags a lot. 37-7 over the Jags. This Jags team is not good. It's not good at all.
Ooh, I got a fun one for you here at the Jags question. Kind of heard me tease it a little bit earlier. When did we start talking about Trevor Lawrence? Sir Bird on Twitter brought this up. Kyle Ray from the We Talk Fantasy podcast brought this up over the last 2 days. Like, why are we giving him a pass? Should we just start wondering, like, is he overrated? Is he a bust? Is it Urban Meyer? Is it Jack? I feel like it's now time to at least have a conversation of what's going on with Trevor Lawrence.
He's surrounded by subpar talent. His head coach is a college football coach who should not be coaching in the pros, and he's a rookie.
Those are pretty good excuses.
So I'm gonna give him a little time.
So here's the thing with Trevor Lawrence. I feel like I lean more towards you than now the Twitter mob that's asking why Trevor Lawrence is not getting criticized as much. It is fair to have this conversation, though, as the season progresses and into next season, too, of, hey, this was supposed to be a generational quarterback that can't miss prospect to this, to that. If people are going to rip on Justin Fields, if people are going to wonder if Mac Jones is overrated because of Bill Belichick as his head coach and everybody else, we can put Trevor Lawrence in that conversation of, ooh, this doesn't look like a generational quarterback, but maybe 2022 will be different. Herb is not going to Notre Dame or USC. No. I was convinced Herb was going to leave, but as of right now, only Oregon's a possibility for Herb to go to.
Well, and let's remind ourselves too. Troy Aikman's first year was garbage. Peyton Manning's first year was garbage. There's a lot of things. They had real coaches. I don't know how I feel. I'm sorry. Urban Meyer's a college coach in my mind until he proves otherwise. it's a lot. There's a lot of first going on. There's a lot of first going on there. You know what didn't happen for the first time? That would be the Steelers losing it to the Ravens in a 1-point game with Ben Roethlisberger on the field. That doesn't happen, my friend. I can prove it. Lamar Jackson is now 3 for 10 on 2-point conversions in his career, either rushing or passing, and only Nick Foles is worse, 4 and 16. Third Steelers-Ravens game decided by exactly 1 point in the series history. All three go to the Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger, the winner of all three.
I almost called you about this. Did you see on Saturday night the story was reported by Adam Schefter? It actually had the breaking news ticker during the college football games. Breaking news. Ben Roethlisberger said teammates close to him believe this will be his final season in the NFL. You've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
You've ripped apart Roethlisberger for so long. To leak that the
Right.
day before the game against the rival, just in case they played poorly, he would have an excuse and people would feel bad for him.
He's garbage.
And then at the end of the game, taking credit for the victory, just, oh my God, Roethlisberger, enough.
He's a turd. He's an absolute. He should be flushed. But he played okay. He played okay in that game. All right, Levack guys, live from the Hideaway. The Seahawks 30-23 over the 49ers. NFC West is crazy. Am I right? Am I right about that?
Divisional dogs all day.
Yeah.
Just let them bark. Woof, woof. Bill Walton.
KC, Kansas City Chiefs 22-9 over the Broncos. AFC West is crazy. Am I right? Not so great.
Divisional dogs sometimes don't bark.
Right.
Silence.
That was bad. Those games were crapola. Just flat out crapola.
You know what? Kansas City, even in that win, I know it's a double-digit win over a team that if Denver had won would have been the top seed in the AFC West. Maybe the expectations are too high in Kansas City. Has there been a game for you where you've actually been like, wow, the Chiefs are impressive? Wow, the Chiefs are
This year?
No, yeah, this year.
No.
We're into December. We haven't had one game. Now, maybe I'm bitter because I have Mahomes on 3 of my 4 fantasy teams, and I expect 300 yards and 3 touchdowns every week, and he hasn't given that to me. But still, I want a little bit more out of you, Mahomes, especially in the playoffs coming up.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not going to like turn around and pretend he's not a stellar quarterback because we all know he is and can be. But I will say I've been saying from the beginning there will be regression because he throws all those crazy passes. Brett Favre led the league in interceptions too. You know what I mean? It's like it's one of those things where when you're that good, you make mistakes sometimes, and until he gets the right people around him or shows a little better judgment or something, I don't know what it is. This is going to keep happening. I wouldn't put them ahead of the Colts, the Pats, the Bills. I mean, they're probably my 5th or 6th AFC team now.
Me too.
So there's that right there. All right, that's your recap right here live from the Hideaway, Levack and Goz. And I'll take a second to tell you about my good friend Cindy Martin.
Yeah.
My realtor, my favorite person. She's just one of the nicer people you're going to talk to and the perfect person to help you either buy or sell a home. She's part of the Jen Karam team. And it's over at Howard Hanna. They work with buyers and sellers. Right now, the market has extremely low inventory. So if you're on the fence about selling your beautiful fenced-in home, well, Cindy can help you out. Or if your house doesn't look that nice like mine, she can still help you out. She's awesome. She's going to walk you through the whole process. Cindy calls them her people when she helps them out because that's what you become. You become one of her people. It's awesome. She's great. She works with an amazing, amazing network of the greatest mortgage professionals, inspectors, and local attorneys in the area. She's a member of the leading RE, which is one of the top real estate companies in the world. They work locally and globally to help you. As a matter of fact, if like you decide to sell your house or you're moving to another area, she'll work with that realtor. If you know somebody who's moving to here from another, she'll work with their realtor out there. She just does that to help her people. Big sports fan, big supporter of the Empire, the Firewolves, all of it. She is one of the great people to know. Always a big smile on her face, always happy. Cynthia Martin at howardhanna.com. The email, Cynthia Martin at howardhanna.com. 518-932-5558, 932-5558 in the 518 area code. That's my buddy, Cindy Martin, who just checked in. Realtor in the house.
Hey.
What's up? Yeah, I didn't love the NFL this weekend. I'm hoping to have a lot more luck this evening. Weather is it looks terrible. It looks cold. It looks uncomfortable. The wind looks like it's not as terrible at the moment, but we're hearing an average of 20 mile per hour wind gusts with 50 mile per hour gusts happening. Excited about that?
It looks like they should send the Weather Channel guys out there to just be camped out. I'm waiting for our pal Sal Capaccio to just pop up here on the Weather Channel. I would say his hair would be flowing.
I was going to say, it's so windy that Sal's hair is blowing around. And he is as bald as they come. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about tonight's game just because I think I got it. I think I have it figured out. We'll find out together. Before we get into that, though, I don't even know why would you put this here? Knicks stink? ?
The New York Knicks, Levack, are running a 3-game losing streak right now. And remember, the playoffs are expanded. So if you're kind of in the habit of always thinking it's the top 8, like I am, they're not even in the top 10 right now. The Knicks were supposed to take a step forward this season. We're supposed to be talking about New York basketball as the savior coming back. You know, Brooklyn doesn't have Kyrie. The East seems wide open, and they're not good anymore. Was last year a flash in the pan, or should we not even discuss the NBA until Christmas Day happens?
It's probably the case, my friend. I mean, realistically, I don't get too deep into the world of basketball, until football's just about over. That's where I really get into it. But I mean, they're streaky. They're a young team. They're going to be fine. Everything's okay. There's plenty of time. Dibs will get it taken care of. Calm down. Just calm down. If Jamal starts freaking out, I'll freak out.
Okay.
But until Jamal freaks out, I'm fine.
I will fully admit on my NBA preview this year for Godzilla Media, which is not going to be held until Christmas Day. It's kind of my Christmas episode. I thought in my head, I'm like, you know what? The Knicks aren't going to be a top 8 seed. Nothing to worry about. And I'm like, oh, right. 10. Because they might benefit somehow, some way of the expanded playoff because the East has gotten better because a lot of young teams are getting better. So, look, I just tried going at Brooklyn there a little bit. They're still the best team record-wise in the East. Milwaukee's got Antetokounmpo. They're the defending champs.
Never heard of them.
I love watching Charlotte. I think the Hornets are
Flair?
great.
I like Flair.
Yeah.
She's good.
Not Charlotte Flair. Oh, look, she's
good.
Mellow Ball is exciting. Bridge is a great
You love
dunker.
balls. You love all the balls. You do.
The other ball's in second place. Lonzo, the Bulls.
You always the amount of time balls come out of your mouth is insane to me. The amount of times you'll do that.
The East will be competitive, Knicks fans. Ball. By the way, if you're a Kevin Herter fan, the Hawks aren't doing well either.
Yeah. Well, they'll figure it out. They're young. They're talented. It's a long season. A lot of time. As guys are saying, a lot of real minutes left.
A lot of real minutes left. All right, Knicks fans, maybe you don't need to be concerned. I feel like the expectations need to be readjusted. Maybe that's the best way to frame it. If you all of a sudden think the Knicks are going to be a top 4 seed, I think now is the time that if you're hoping under the Christmas tree, you're going to see the Knicks make a conference finals. I don't think Santa's dropping that off.
Listen, you don't know. What's going on? All right, what can you explain the NBA lockout, the MLB lockout to me? I'm sorry, the MLB lockout, because one day we're signing everybody. Well, maybe the Yankees thought the lockout started early. Maybe that's why they didn't sign anybody. And now we're locked out. They changed the locks on everybody, huh?
I sure can. But first, I want to tell you about my friends over at Mohawk Honda. I was talking to Mohawk.
They'll never lock you out.
Today.
Until after business hours.
My guy Cam McKenna was chatting with him today about some interesting stuff that's on the way. Cannot wait to reconnect with Greg as well, Lindsey Harridan, my guy John in service, and more. The holiday season is here now. Maybe you're looking forward to 2022. You're thinking, what's changed in my life? Maybe it's my road trip to work. Maybe you're working from home now. Maybe you've got the family that's expanding and you need a new vehicle. To add to that expansion, Mohawk Honda wants to work with you. Glenville, New York. Always go out of their way to please you. They want to help you with the Kelly.
Do you know how many people named Glenn live in Glenville?
How many?
I have no idea.
I live in Glenville.
Is your name Glenn?
Glenn, hello. Glenn, I'm just going to walk around the neighborhood.
Shouldn't it be Tomville or Gosville?
So dumb.
Gosville Media?
Can you imagine I just put up a sign at my house?
It's Gosville.
Just fenced over.
Yeah, welcome to Gosville.
My own zip code.
I think it's a great thing.
Mohawk Honda may help me with that. I don't know if they actually will.
They're going to ignore you.
They will help you get you into a pilot or whatever vehicle you want. Talk to them today. Make some time. If you got some time off from work here, you saved it up to December to stop over to Freeman's Bridge Road, where they will always go out of their way to please you. Mohawk Honda.
True story. All true stories right there.
Okay, so
except for the Glenville thing. I don't know how many Glens live there. I don't.
So you asked about the
Maybe there's Scots in Scotia?
No, there's not.
No. All right.
I thought that was your old alias, Scott and Scotia.
There's Troy.
Okay, Scott and Troy.
There's still people who don't know that, so.
Getting there with God's exclusive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. John Danielle without a hat. All right. So
the Major League Baseball lockout you're talking about. So, yes, if you've noticed on social media, the big thing is that the players' faces have been removed because of lockdown. Now, look, there's a chance that even if the lockout didn't happen, the players could have gone on strike. The strike has been more of an impact that we've seen over the years.
I quit. No, you're fired.
Right. The strike is what ended the season back in the mid-'90s. The strike is what's caused games to be missed. This is the 9th lockout in Major League Baseball history. So we've had situations where there's been a lockout and games have not actually been missed. The problem is, we'll go back at our little time machine here. Do you have a time machine graphic button there?
I mean, I could do like, we could just think back lovingly. Huh. You don't think you use the harp to think back? Like, oh.
The time is spring 2020. It's late. Summer's on the way, and you and I are chatting with Buster only. And Buster's on the phone telling us it's the demise of baseball as we know it. Nothing will be the same. Games will never be played. The world is crumbling. Now, as much as we love Buster Levack, many of those things Buster thought would happen did not come true. We did see baseball. We saw World Series champion, and sports did come back after COVID. But from the business side of it, something, all right, yeah.
Yeah, they're happy about that. They're happy about that one.
But from the business side of it, there were some issues with contracts and what people were paid and whether or not baseball as a sport is in a better spot because of fan interaction and non-expanded playoffs. We could probably do a whole podcast on what baseball is continuing or thinking about fixing. And one of the things is Mets fans knows about Max Scherzer. Like, all these guys are signing these big contracts are way later in their career. So they have a bunch of stuff that they want to fix plus money. And the owners have a bunch of stuff that they want to fix. And right now we're at a point where the meeting lasted 6 minutes during the winter meetings. So they're that far away. I wish I could tell you from an insight as like a legal analyst or Jeff Passan of how close they are, but I'm telling you, and we both know this as media members, when we hear reports about people saying they're close or not close or this is they're using the media as leverage because we saw that in 2020.
Right. They want everybody to panic.
They want everybody to panic, so they would use guys like Passan and Richard Justice, maybe not so much Buster, to report stuff to actually get the public opinion swayed in their favor. This is going to be a while. I would start getting panicked if I'm a baseball fan in February. December, you're okay. You know, I like to say, a lot of real minutes left. February is when you can start panicking about whether or not you actually may miss baseball this season. I'm saying like late February, early March.
I heard I was listening to a sports talk show out of the New York City area this morning. Just during my drive.
We can say now.
I know. I don't know. Okay. Boomer and Gio.
Okay.
And there was and Gio had to do a commercial for like the MLB shop inside like Yankee Stadium or so, and it's like I'm sitting there, I'm like, huh, that's weird. And then you hear him like, yeah, it's still open, even though they're locked out. And he starts laughing. I'm like, okay, so they get how weird that is too. It's just weird. Like, you're locked out. Our players aren't allowed. But if you need a new pinstripe jacket, stop on by
Major League Baseball shop.
We'd still like money if you got some. We'll take that from you gladly. All right, so don't worry, don't panic.
I wouldn't panic until February or March because it's so far away. Like, what's going to happen between now and March that could get somebody panicked?
Everything.
Free agent signings, you've already got a bunch.
You could be right about your vote for the Heisman, which is all right.
Someone's already rolling my DMs saying you better voted for so and so or else.
Who are they saying you should have voted for?
Can't.
Well, you can say who they said you should vote for, but it doesn't. This is not necessarily Goz's vote.
They're saying you better have Kenneth Walker III from Michigan State on your ballot or else.
Well, why would you have that? He's not even available.
Oh yeah, he's available,
but he's not going to be there. They only invited the 4.
No. Okay, so I'm glad you asked that. That's a good clarification. So
thank you.
So what happens is the ballot for the Heisman goes out last Monday. So last Monday, the final Monday in November, the ballot comes out.
So they register the top 4 vote getters.
Correct. So the ballots are counted by 5 p.m. today. That's why that special aired. They already know.
So does it matter what happens now?
Right. They already know.
So you can say who you voted for now?
No.
You can't affect the vote?
I can't affect the vote, but the reason why the Heisman keeps it a secret, and I don't know what variation they like to say, it's because they don't want to upset their sponsors who buy that airtime on Saturday night.
No, but all right, whatever. He voted for Jerry McNamara again. All right, tonight, Bills-Patriots live from Buffalo. I feel pretty good about this game tonight. We got the Bills as a 3-point favorite. Totals dipped down to 39.5. 39.5 thanks to the weather, the gust of wind up to 50 miles per hour. They're saying an average wind of about 20 miles per hour. Looked like it was snowing a little bit earlier. Last I looked up at the screen, it wasn't snowing anymore. But it's Buffalo, so I'm assuming that'll happen. What do you think? What happens tonight, buddy?
Oh man, this is one of these games where
if Mac Jones is 5-0 on the road this season, he can join Dak Prescott, Ben Roethlisberger as the only rookie quarterbacks to win their first 6 career starts on the road on Monday Night Football.
Ooh.
There's a little minutia for you.
If we had previewed this game Friday or Sunday, and now it's Monday, I would have had different answers for all three. And the reason I say this is because now we're seeing the weather. Like, you get reports all the time, especially if you invest in it or you're a fantasy player, about, the weather could play a factor. This is ridiculous. Like, this is outrageous. We were talking about before we hit the mics that went live here about a Miami-Pittsburgh game from like 15 years ago where they punted the football and it landed.
Right. There was a giant pool in the middle of the field.
Remember, wasn't this a Patriot-Bills game about 2020, might have even 2019, where special teams was a huge factor? It was a block punt in the game, and that ended up being the difference for a New England victory where Buffalo felt like they were going to finally break through. If you have to give me the advantage of special teams, and I'm talking just going into a punt formation, holding for an extra point, usually, most times, the special teams coordinator is the head coach. Bill Belichick has probably done all these things before. I have become a Patriot hater, but I saw the graphic last night while the games were going on that because of situations, New England's the top team in the AFC.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, Bills Mafia, I love you, but it feels like it's a New England game tonight, even though it's on the road.
Bills win. They go back to, I think, the top seed. I think they bounce all the way up from the first wild card to the number one overall seed in the AFC again. I'm pretty sure. I know they would take over the AFC East again. I think the narrative is too strong. I think the Bills win this game at home. I really, really do. I think McDermott will have enough to confuse, as good as Mac Jones has been. He'll do enough on defense to confuse him. I think you will see the dual threat that is Josh Allen. He's got the big enough arm. He'll be able to complete the 10, 15-yard passes. Mac Jones has a good arm. He doesn't have his arm, not Josh Allen's arm. So I think the Bills get this done. I think the Bills get this win.
Let me go back to that Josh Allen thing, though.
And I got him at 2.5 instead of 3.
Nice. See, that's a big factor right there. Okay. Josh Allen does have a gifted arm, right? We've known about this as the days of Wyoming. The fact that a kid from Wyoming even popped up on a Mel Kiper, Todd McShay, NFL radar is because of what he's got sitting there on his shoulder, how he can sling it. You would think as a coach like, hey, you know what? It's windy. I'm going to eat the clock. I'm going to get out of here.
How many calories does the clock have? Just curious.
But that's a strength for Josh Allen. Think about how amazing that stat is. Any other quarterback, how many? 25? 20? How many quarterbacks in the NFL would you say, you know what? We're only going to pass if we really need to. Josh Allen's like, I don't care, 45, 50, 60. You're Josh Allen. You're number one on the list of quarterbacks. We're still going to run it and do it like that. I just lean towards New England because, like you said, Mac Jones, fine. He can run the football. The Patriots know how to do certain things with the tight ends and drop it off and everything else. I want Buffalo to win. I would love the Bills Mafia to get this victory on Monday night. We talked about this earlier. Does the weather take away from tonight's game? Like, are we really going to get a true evaluation of how good Buffalo is and how good New England is after this because of weather being such a factor tonight?
I think you could. I think it actually, believe it or not, if I'm right and Josh Allen plays like Josh Allen on the really good Josh Allen days, I think you put Buffalo back up as one of the best teams in the AFC, if not the best. Conversely, if the Patriots look like the Patriots were in the beginning of the Brady era, right, where Brady just you had two jobs. You had two jobs, Tommy boy. One, don't screw up. That's job number one. Two, high percentage smart plays. And if they can do that and win again, it's hard to not think that they are officially the top team in the AFC. I think I could decide who the best team in the AFC is tonight based on this game.
Ooh.
I really do. Like, I think, at least for now, until next week when we change it again, because the Ravens don't look stupid anymore.
No, Levack, I think that comment, I agree with that. No, that is a great take from this because look across the AFC.
Thanks.
If it's Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, I love Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Guy's not good in December. Guy's just
he got
different.
sacked 7 freaking times.
Oh my God, he's a different quarterback when it comes to the winter. There's no denying that. We talked about Cincinnati earlier. You can't trust the Bengals. You and I both agree on the Kansas City not being that team that's had that moment that they look like a 5th or 6th best team in the AFC overall. Tennessee, we'll get to the Titans, I'm sure, with Johnstone Supply and Troy. Don't forget about our pal Tom, George, and everybody over there. We'll get to the Titans. Don't worry. You know what? I'm going to do it right now, Levack.
You won't do it.
Johnstone Supply and Troy. Every time we say Titan, it jumps in my head.
Is that why you like them so much? Because you have such a a bro crush on Tom and you love Johnson Supply so much?
Goodman Furnaces are now in stock. Make sure
Goodman Furnaces.
Your home is ready to go to host your family and friends this holiday season.
Nice and toasty warm.
Stop over to 6th Avenue. He's going to be at the holiday party, by the way, Tom. I'm sure his beautiful mustache will get in high definition for us.
John Goodman?
Stop
Mr.
over
Connor?
Johnstone Supply in Troy, 6th Avenue this holiday season. Whether you're looking for the new furnace, maybe you're looking for a nest, maybe you're looking for a ladder to put up your Christmas lights.
I got a new ladder.
Yeah, you got a new ladder right there. I put up my Christmas lights this past weekend.
So I needed a fat guy qualified ladder, and he went, boom, got you. He was right.
Make sure that air is pure in your home. Make sure your air filters are updated and everything else. 518-272-5922. 518-272-5922. Johnstone Supply in Troy. Your spot this holiday season. The Titans don't have Derrick Henry.
Titans are garbage.
And they're also not very good. So I agree with you. The winner of tonight's game should be considered the favorite to come out of the AFC. Yeah,
I like it. I like when you admit that I'm smart and right, and that we should say the things I say. Look, guys, live from the Hideaway. We're here. Come on by. Are we giving away Godzilla stuff today?
We're giving away a Godzilla Media T-shirt, hot and fresh off the press. Godzilla Media gear is going to be given to one of our winners. That's room.
I just felt that. That's room. That's not hot.
And I'm being told we have a Hideaway prize pack. Our pal Chad is somewhere in Florida, and he did tell me the last show we're giving away a prize pack, which probably is just a lot of Hideaway themed gifts, which is very cool for this holiday season.
It's John Danielle's home address and phone number.
No, it's not.
So you get to move in with John for a week.
It's not true.
It's true. It's true because I say it's true, guys.
Please, we want people to win this prize.
So you get a Godzilla shirt or live with John Danielle. Good. I think it's done.
Please come to the Hideaway.
I think I know which one I would do. Right away, I'm going to live with John. Feel better about myself. Tom, he said when the king returns, no one else has hope. I think he's talking about King Henry there, Derrick Henry. Yeah, just good football teams that can actually, throw the ball too. We'll probably have some hope. Titans are toast. It's over for them. Colts are better than the Titans now. I don't know where I put the Titans. I think they're lucky to get in the playoffs.
Ooh, the Colts are going to catch them for the AFC South?
Feel like it. Don't the Colts just feel strong?
Oh, yeah.
They just feel strong.
Very good.
All right, so I got the Bills. You got the Pats?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with – hang on. I'm doing the math in my head. I believe – okay, let's play this game. Over under, 3.5 kicks in the game. I'm talking like field goals, extra points, not punts.
I'm
going under
3.5.
I'm going under 3.5 kicks in the game. So that means
over.
All right.
Over because I think my final score is going to be like 22-12.
I'm going 14-6. But 14 is because they go for 2 and they miss the first one and they go for 2 again and they get the second one. 14-6 final New England over Buffalo. And Buffalo also goes for 2. They just eliminate kicking in the game.
There's a saying, failing to prepare is preparing to fail.
John Wooden.
Yes. Jeff Levack. We've seen the way they prepare Josh Allen. Am I crazy to think that at some point this week they set up a wind tunnel and just made him throw into a wind tunnel? You know what I mean? Like when we used to go to Bills camp, when we worked terrestrial radio, year one, it was form the huddle, break the huddle, form the huddle, break. They made him do that 20 times just to get it right. And over and over 20. And then, hey, everything, here's what you're doing wrong. Do it again. The second year, they beat the hell out of him with big foam, pylons and everything else. Yeah. They beat him up because they wanted him to keep looking downfield. I feel like we didn't get to see what they've been doing to him. He just keeps getting better. I guarantee he's prepared for tonight.
Did I ever tell you this makes sense because those drills you're talking about?
By the way, look at this. Look at John. John's in for the prize, by the way. Jean Danielle. I do have a hot tub and man cave with full bar and games. The problem is you have to cheer for the Bears while you're in it. So
this is not
or you never get to leave. It is.
Chad.
He just said he's in.
Calling Chad.
Why are you turning down his hospitality?
So you know how you have the gun machine, right? That shoots the footballs right to your hands. Jug machine. I call it gun machine.
By the way, we're going to be at Hooters for Christmas. The December 10th.
So my dad was.
I don't know why I thought of that right then.
This was back in 2002, 2003 when John L. Smith was the coach of Michigan State. We went to Michigan State spring ball because my friend's older brother played for Michigan State, and my dad loves the video cameras, right? So he's like, "Oh man, this jugs machine is unbelievable." So he starts filming the practice with his camera, just like this. Hey, this is John L. Smith, the head coach of Michigan State. Hey, who's that guy with the camera?
Oh.
So he ran over to the drill because he was filming Todd, the brother, my buddy, my dad. He's like, you cannot have I thought he almost got thrown out. And I got to ask him, he probably remembers it better than I do. I know they definitely took his camera. So, yeah, my dad almost got thrown out of a Michigan State practice because he was secretly taping the wide machine. Receivers. Yeah, the jug machines. But like all that stuff you're talking about, the inside stuff, the Belichick and stuff that we don't know that they're working on. We got to see that person for the Bills.
No, Belichick's the guy taping the things he's not supposed to tape.
That's right.
You got it reversed. You reversed it there. But it works. It gets it done. If you're not cheating, you ain't trying. Jeff Levack and Ric Flair. All right. So Bills are the play. We're live at the Hideaway. Come here. You can win some Godzilla Media stuff.
That's a lock, by the way, for you, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did 3 locks yesterday, but I'm going to lock this one in too. I felt stronger before the weather. May have gone over to Rivers and did a little tease action. So I'm getting 3, with the Bills. But I love it. I'm backing them. I'm in. Let's go. Let's go Bills. Let's go Buffalo. I do want to tell you that you should never sleep on my picks, even when they suck. Oh. And that's why I go to the Integrative Sleep Center in Ballston Spa, because I need to get my sleep. And Dr. Fred Dreer is the man. Let that be known. Let it be said. It is over. He is the dude. My mouthpiece is stellar. When I got my implant for my tooth, the doctor I was dealing with then, they did a 3D thing, and they go, "Did they show you?" I'm like, "Yeah, they did all this stuff." And he's like, "Well, here's why you snore." And he's going through all the science of it. And I'm like, "I knew that because Dr. Dreer and the team over at the Integrative Sleep Center explained it to me, but it's cool to see how excited these other professionals get about what we're doing." He goes, "We don't make the mouthpieces and do all that stuff like they do, but like we help people from time to time." He goes, "I'm so happy that you and Dr. Fred Dreer have become friends, and this news is getting out there because sleeping is such a big deal, and snoring, like there's so many weird ways to fix snoring, and if a mouthpiece is going to get it done for you, that is the least intrusive best way." And I'm like, "Oh my God, are you and Dr. Dreer best friends?" That just happened because you guys sound a lot alike. Dr. Schmale, by the way. And it was just cool to see somebody get as excited as I do. So if you want to get excited about sleeping, you want to be excited as other dental professionals are, Dr. Dreer, the Integrative Sleep Center in Ballston Spa, 518-885-6185. 518-885-6185. Help me sleep better. They'll help you sleep better too. Boom. Shakalaka.
Levack, we've got some big news to close out this Hideaway show. Now live.
Goz is transitioning into being an actual bear. Not like a hairy gay guy, just like an actual polar bear.
I have a dumb story to tell you about that. So I was at the Christmas sock party, my annual tradition with my buddies back in Syracuse.
Yeah.
And I had the last number. So it's basically Yankee swap. So I had the last
number. So you're going to get your choice of the socks.
Yeah. So
you're big deal.
What an idiot. I walked around and said, "Hey, looks like Ghazi Bear is on the prowl." There's laughter. And then there's also women running in fear. Rex just put his head down and shook it. Anyways, the Godzilla Media Store is now live. It is live for the first time ever, Levack. 5+ years. Someone, you watching right now, you listening, can get your hands on Levack and Goz gear.
That's right.
It's being shared on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. It is also now live on GodzillaMedia.com. And how about this? If you're listening right now, if it's a podcast exclusive, you will get free shipping on your order. Okay. Now it says right now that you got to pay for shipping.
Yeah.
You get free shipping until the end of the year. If you place an order before the end of the year and you had to pay for shipping, you let me know. Free t-shirt on me.
Look at that.
Podcast exclusive. Guys, is that true? You leave me a message. I will send you a t-shirt if you had to pay for shipping. Right now it says there's
shipping. You have to pay for shipping on that free t-shirt. Like the free shipping for your order. It's not.
No, don't confuse anybody. No. If you had to pay for shipping, you're going to get a t-shirt.
He barely pays me, and my name's on it, the third of the shirts.
Godzilla Media is now live.
Am I getting paid for that? Did you get permission to use my likeness?
You get a royalty check.
Did you speak to my lawyer?
By the way, speaking of your likeness, should this be my new profile pic? Which is go ahead, I feel like that should be the new profile pic. I'm going to share that.
Who sent that to them? Did you send them that one?
Yeah, they asked for pictures of us. And
you sent them that one.
That's the one they chose.
I do like that you're rocking the Tech East hat. That makes me happy. But why is it like why did they Photoshop me picking my nose? I would never do that. That's so unprofessional.
Photo was taken right here.
Your dad commented. You said his camera got confiscated. He goes, also stopped the Canadian border, had the car searched, almost had my camera confiscated by border security during that trip. I think it's because your dad doesn't blink. Your dad gets really excited and he's super serious, and they probably are like, no normal human could be that excited and fired up. And they were like, we need to see what's in that camera. It could be like, where you're getting your narcotics.
I believe
he's high on life. He's high on CrossFit.
I believe the reason his camera is almost confiscated is because our friend's dad doesn't like bridges. So he thought it'd be funny if you filmed him going over the bridge over the Canadian border.
Oh my God. And then they were like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
I love your dad. He's a good dude. I don't know what happened.
I'm bummed no Fenway Bowl for us or Pinstripe Bowl.
I'm going to Pinstripe Bowl.
I probably won't be able to join.
What do you mean?
I got to be with the in-laws, and I got a.
You got to go. It's a work trip.
I got a wedding rehearsal on the 30th.
It's a work trip.
I got a wedding on the 31st.
Guys, you got to go to the Pinstripe Bowl. It's a work trip.
You know I want to go.
It's a work trip.
If we can get our pal Rob Blum to go.
Ooh, they turned the lights off.
Hey.
You ain't got to go home, but you got to get out of here, guys, with your pussy story about not going to the Pinstripe Bowl.
Here's what I will commit to you. If our pal Rob Blum says yes,
he's going.
Then I will go with you.
He's going. Can you put in for media? I'm gonna try and get Mike to drive the Cadillac.
Then I'm definitely in.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not gonna. Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Figure out a bus situation or Uber.
John Daniel is supposed to hear me call you a pussy because he's laughing. You're gonna go sleep in his hot tub.
Did I just point to the wrong person?
I don't know. He's right there.
Oh, I don't notice with his hat off.
Right there. Yeah, I know. It's weird. I thought he had hair. That's weird. All right. You ready for the game tonight?
Let's do it. I'm so excited to watch you here at the Hideaway. We've got some Patriots fans already here getting ready for the game. I don't see the Bills Mafia yet. That might be a safety situation.
We're mobbed up. I'm billing it up. I'm ready. That's the first time I've ever seen John Daniel not wearing Bears gear. Even he's embarrassed. So before we sign off today, I want to be really clear. Please come here to the Hideaway tonight. Please hang out with us. Food's great. Beer's ice cold. Game you can't look anywhere without seeing the game. Friday, we are going to throw down the first time. Think about this. I was on radio for 24 years. Goz was my co-host for 5? You were on the show for 6 or 7. We've never had a Christmas special. Boston Dan calls me up, calls Goz up, goes, guys, let's do a Christmas special at Hooters. And then we were able to work out Friday the 10th. Heineken jumps on board. So everyone who donates a brand new unwrapped toy, they will put you in a drawing to win $150 worth of gift cards, Visa gift cards from Heineken, $150 worth of gift cards to Hooters, and they'll wrap your presents for you free while you're there. Starting at 5 o'clock on Friday?
5 o'clock on Friday. We're probably closing the place down. Cannot wait to have so much fun with everybody who listens to this show. It's a part of this show. It's a big thank you to everybody, whether it's the guys of the media team, whether it's somebody who's followed us all the way from this new format. I cannot wait to celebrate with everybody who's coming out. We appreciate everything that's going to happen on Friday. I don't know what our show plan is going to be. I know I want to play Bowl Spectacular, the Bowl Mania picks.
We'll do bowls.
I want to do a drinking game with you called Guess the Intern. So if you're watching with us on a Friday that you can enjoy with the drinks.
This is
Guess the Intern, where we're going to give clues to Levack.
What do I get? I should get something when I get it right, though. I should get something.
Okay.
Because we're going to do a shot everyone I don't know, and I know none of them. Because I have washed all those morons out of my brain.
All right, we'll figure out. We'll talk to Boston Day and see what the prize is going to be if you get them right. Do we do a Mount Rushmore of favorite Christmas movies for you? We have to do some type of Christmas list. We bring back the list out of time.
I'll do the list. I just don't want to call it Mount Rushmore. And of course, we're just gonna have a blast. Some Levack and Goz Godzilla media gear could be up for grabs. I found 5 of the Levack and Goz Death Wish coffee mugs.
Oh, we got to bring those for sure.
So I've got 5 of those to give away. I'm gonna do them all right there on the December 10th, 5 o'clock. We start the party. Will TG2 come out? Will CrossFit Kringle come hang with us?
If you really want him to,
I always want your dad.
He will be in town that Friday.
And I know that if he comes by, your mother will sit at the far end of the restaurant, not go anywhere near me. She hates me.
He's coming with me to a city on Saturday for the Heisman, so he will be in town.
Right.
He originally
so Friday you do the Christmas party, live from Hoots. Saturday you go vote and tell everybody that you went with Young for the Heisman, and then Sunday we're back here again.
That's right.
Woo, busy
There's
guys.
a chance.
Boston Dan's going to step up a little bit, help out.
You heard it here first that if my train gets delayed in the city for whatever reason, I got to give Chad the heads up. I got an hour space between Schenectady to Saratoga, so I'm going to get in at 10:30. There's a chance it gets delayed. Boston Dan may have to open the show, and I got to give Chad the heads up on that, but it should be good.
That'd be fine. Chad only cares if I'm here. He told me if I can do the show without you, it's fine. All right, listen, Hideaway, get here now. GodzillaMedia.com. If you are, if you're one of those people who doesn't like other people to talk to you, a little Levack and Goz merch, probably keep him away from you. Getting waved at over here. No, he's not waving at me. No, he was not. He was not waving at me. And now he is. I'm going to wave at him anyway. How you doing? Fuck that guy. All right, so love you guys. Techies Fire and Water Restoration, your best way back to normal. Check us online, tefirewater.com. The Hideaway, the greatest food, beer, people around. And, of course, Godzilla Media, me, Goz, and a bunch of schlubs. So there you go. That's it. Right?
Enjoy the game tonight.
Have a great one. Get to the Hideaway right now. Get to the Hideaway now. Now. Do it now.